Okay, it says that I'm live, but I say this in the beginning of every live event that a picture is not showing on the actual live event title. So I'm going to wait and say hello to everyone until it says live on that window. Oh, now it does. All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for waking up with Glama today on Made with Love by Glama. And yeah, so today is, let me mute it. Today is March 9th, and it's Monday morning. So for some of y'all that have asked me during the week, well, there's advertisement on there right now. What's happening? It says live, though. That's weird. What just happened? Oh, but there I am. But there was a commercial. That was weird. It's not even up on YouTube yet. I mean, it's not. It's live. Maybe they're trying to put commercials in live. Oh my word, that's funny. Okay, let me go back to what I'm sorry. Changing things up, but I was just watching a commercial and I was already live though. That was weird. Maybe they're throwing commercials in there even during the live events. I have no idea. Maybe they're thinking if we make money, they make money. I don't know. So anyway, this morning I very quickly, I keep a little makeup bag by my chair just in case I wake up late and I can throw a little bit of makeup on while I'm having my coffee. So that's what I did this morning. I only have eyebrow powder there, and I have a little lip balm and cover stick, and that's it. So I used my eyebrow powder for my eyebrows, but I also used it for eyeshadow. And I tried to blend it as well as possible with my finger because I don't have my brushes. My brushes were in the bedroom and the dog all over me. I didn't want to get up. I wanted to spend as much time with me as possible. Oh, the picture went away on the live window. I don't know what's happening. There it is. So yeah, I didn't want the dogs to, we had all just woke up. We woke up late this morning. I don't know why. Maybe because it's been raining all weekend and it's just stay in bed, cuddle time. And they just weren't ready to wake up, and neither was I. So I hurried up and got up because I knew I had to do this live event with y'all. I couldn't miss a Monday because then I have to wait till next Monday. So I let them cuddle with me for a while, and I thought, well, I'll just use this little bit of makeup that I have here so that I can just jump on camera with them. And I still have my robe on, still drinking my coffee. Usually by now I've already drank my coffee. I don't see anyone in here yet, so I hope this is working. But anyway, it's been a, so anyway, I started to say that Monday's Wake Up with Glama here on Made with Love by Glama is how we're going to do it for a while. I had a couple of people ask me what time and what day, and I think I have mentioned it in the past. It's just not everyone the next will be at Made with Love by Glama. Wake Up with Glama. Soon, I mean, I'm hoping that soon I can go back to my Wake Up with Glama channel and do daily live events there. Or at least more often than just one day a week. Or maybe I'll just leave that channel for me. Get your comment on that last live event, and I deleted it only because I don't want my other viewers to maybe get on you for what you said, because they might think, well, Glama didn't mean anything by it. So I'm not even going to mention anything. And but I do want to say that I apologize if your feelings got hurt over that I didn't even think about it, but you're absolutely right. So I deleted it because I didn't want my other viewers to get on you. So that's all I'll say about that. And Kay is in here. Sorry, but I was lost. Good morning, everyone. That's okay, Kay. I was just trying to keep that thread of congratulations to Rose solely for that purpose. I didn't want to take the spotlight away from her because it is her week. All right. So yeah, I've thought about this, and I thought about, do I want to tell them what really happened this week or not? And a part of me says no, because I like to keep everything upbeat and happy. And I know that a lot of y'all look for this day with live events with me as kind of motivation, inspiration. It lifts you up and everything. So I don't want to bring anybody down, but I'm just going to say that if you do notice that I seem a little different, it's because a lot has happened. And yeah, I've been really sad, but I'm going to try to keep that inside. And for 1 hour, I'm going to let it go. Okay. But yeah, I don't know how much more one person can take, but I'm going to let it go for this hour, and then I will deal with it once I get back off camera. All right. So I don't think I'm going to tell you everything that happened. But I will say that I had my Glama girls this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They went back to their mom Sunday evening. Normally my son takes them back Monday morning, but spring break started, so she gets them this year for spring break. So we took them back early. And like I said, they live right next door to me now, so that's really cool. They even walk over here in their pajamas and come and watch cartoons with me. That's so awesome. Let me see, anything else that happened that is at least happy, sort of. I don't think anything, I didn't do anything major. I finished my Ninja Turtle tutorial. That's awesome, right? I made an orange bandana one. And in the video, due to copyright infringement reasons, I can't actually call it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And the one that I actually made, the orange one, the orange Ninja Turtle, is called Michelangelo. But I really couldn't say that on camera. So I probably have people thinking, doesn't she know that it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? And I do. It's just due to copyright infringement, the makers of TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, could possibly shut that tutorial down if I'm using their titles. So I just called it Turtle Hat, Orange Bandana Dude. So anyway, let me see what else. I think that's it, guys. I think I'm going to turn it over to y'all early, because I know that if I take 15 minutes or so and then I turn it over to y'all, man, we can go forever, can't we? So I think I'm just going to start early and turn it over to y'all, and you can Q&A me all you want. You can ask me any questions that you want, or leave any comment that you want for me. Uh-oh, my phone's ringing. Not now. All right, so we've got 3 people in here, and Kay says, the thing is, I went so much, I just couldn't go on, but I did, and I'm sure you can too. So much love around you and your... I kind of get it. It's kind of, the words are a little shuffled around. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying, Kay. Oops, there's a little lint. The thing is, I went so much, I just couldn't go on, but I'm going to try to figure that out. Anyway, I'm going to read Cheryl. Cheryl says, how close are you all from the river? Oh, we're actually really close, and it's kind of scary right now because they have flood watch warrant. What? How do you say it? I'm saying it dyslexic. Flood watch warnings or whatever. And we're not very far at all. I don't know yards or whatever, but okay, let me think of a football field. I would say maybe 50 yards or so, 50, 60 yards from the river. So we do always get warnings. Uh-oh, I just got washed out. There we go. Did I bring it back to normal? So we do always get warnings that just be aware that you might have to hook up your RV, your fifth wheel, and be prepared to take off, because if there's a flood watch warning, everyone has to evacuate the park. So we're really close. And yes, it is flooding around here, but it's not dangerous flooding yet. Is it raining in the Texas area that you're at, Cheryl? So I see that a lot of y'all have started knitting. I see that Kay, I think Kay mentioned in my Facebook group page that she started knitting. And I don't think Cheryl has posted any pictures yet. Who else? Courtney, I think her last name is DeLong or something like that. She started knitting. And so now that I've got those 3 tutorials out of the way, that I had taken a poll a few weeks ago on my Facebook group page and said, which tutorial would you like to see and in which order? I finally got those 3 out of the way, and so now I have no scheduled tutorial. So now I'm going to focus on doing some beginner knitting tutorials. I just hope I don't mess it up. I hope I don't confuse y'all anymore. I'm still kind of awkward holding the the stitches. Oh, and Cheryl, at one point you asked me if the knitting kit was enough or should you get these circular needles. Do not get these. I do not. You see how this wire seems, it stays like that. It's hard and it stays like that. And while I've already tried to use them and they are a pain in the booty. So I wouldn't get these. What I'm going to do is probably go to Michael's or Joann's and get the ones that have like, it has the cable or the tubing like my Tunisian crochet hooks. It's the clear tubing or something a little bit more flexible. You see how this just, you can even hear it. It's hard. The tubing is hard, and I'll be crocheting and then all of a sudden I'll go like this and it'll slap me in the face, or the work just gets all, I don't like it. Basically, my review on this is I don't like them. I'm sorry. I think it's Boy that makes these, but I don't like these. I think they need to put a softer tubing on here like my Tunisian crochet hook. So I hope you didn't spend money on these. They're only $2.97, but still $3 is $3, right? $3 is like a gallon of milk or something like that. So don't get those unless you don't mind struggling with them. Let me see. And you said, yes, you are getting flooding, Cheryl. Kay says, I went through so much that I thought that I couldn't go on. Sorry about type. It made me cry. What made you cry a little bit? The fact that you couldn't come on? I'm sorry. Like I've mentioned before, I will be on here on Mondays on Made with Love by Glama. Remember I said I'm not going to do it daily on Wake Up with Glama anymore, that it was going to be Mondays on Made with Love by Glama. I was going to do my Wake Up with Glama on here for a while until I feel like I can do it more often on Wake Up with Glama. I had thought about shutting that channel down, but I see that people are still subscribing to it. So I'm thinking, well, they must be subscribing and watching the old ones. And yeah, but I'm thinking, I don't know that I want to do it daily, even once I do start doing it again on Wake Up with Glama, just because I think we'll run out of things to say to each other. Maybe what I might do is do live events eventually once a week over there, and maybe I'll do what I was doing before I started the daily live events over there, how I was vlogging, I was video logging and talking to the camera on a daily basis. Maybe I'll do that in the future, just so that y'all know what's going on in my life daily. But I probably won't do the daily live events over there, maybe once a week, but I'm not even going to do that until things calm down. And I had told y'all that things had happened a month or so ago, and I was sad about that, and that's why I even stopped doing the daily events over there. Well, believe it or not, I've had 3 more awful things happen that you just couldn't imagine. And it's like, yeah, you know that saying, kick you while you're down? That's what's happening. Just like I feel like we're just getting kicked while we're down already. But I'm not going to go into that. I want to forget about that for this hour. But I'm so sorry that you felt so sad that you almost got tears. I'm sorry. But yeah, just know that I'll be here on Mondays at 10 o'clock on Made with Love by Glama to do my Wake Up with Glama show. So don't be sad. Let me see. Okay. Lisa says, we had a snow melt over the weekend. Can finally see some grass. Yay! We had one good day. And it was still kind of chilly. I think it was Saturday, but the sun was out. So of course, as soon as the sun goes out, boom, I grab the girls and we go hang out outside. So I sat out in the front while my Ninja Turtle tutorial was uploading, and I was babysitting it to make sure the screen didn't go black. So while I was babysitting that, I said, I'll take it outside and watch you guys play. And so I did that, and we hung out outside for a while. You got to get out there while the sun's out. This weather is just crazy all over the world. I mean, there's blizzards still where there normally wouldn't be. There's Texas weather is not normally like this. By now, it's usually really, really warm. But yeah, crazy weather these days. Cheryl says, I was really thinking about that tube, the knitting needles, that hard, yeah, it's like a hard plastic. It's not even a tube. It's not a tube. It's not a hollow tube. It's like just a plastic, and I don't like it. Kay says, they have the circular needles with interchangeable cords. Yeah, I think I actually want some of those. Those are a little bit more expensive. I have seen those. And actually, Lily, she's not in here right now, but Lily suggested a brand that I'm going to look into and see if we can get them here in the States. So I'm going to look into those. Maybe I'll have to get them online, but she mentioned a brand that she really likes. So I'm probably going to get those, because otherwise you have to buy these in every needle size, where the interchangeable ones, I guess you just buy the needles and you can just hook the little tubing to any needles that you have. So that's what I'm going to look into. Yeah, my hair is so, it's been raining, so yeah, my hair is just so frizzy and wavy. I just saw myself, that's why I said that. Okay, oh, we have Ruthie Country Girl in here. She says, good morning, Leticia and everyone. And Cheryl, good morning. Almost forgot to say good morning. I read it and almost didn't reply. So good to see you in here, Ruthie. Cheryl says, after today, I think we are going to have some great weather. You think so? I hope so. I'll take you up on that. Yeah, I sure hope so. You know, actually, I did see on my phone, I've got a little weather app on there, and it did say that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday it was going to be sunny. So I sure hope so. I'm so tired of this rain. It's so gloomy. I'm already feeling gloomy. I don't need to feel worse. Okay, Gina Young says, morning from Eston, Saskatchewan, Canada. I'm sure I butchered that. Eston, Saskatchewan, Canada. Good morning. Hi, Gina. I don't know if I've seen your name in here before. Is this your first time in a live event? And Cheryl says, wow, that would be great. Please let us know what you get. Yeah, I'll, gosh, I wish, you know what? I might have it here. See if I have the brand that Lily told me about on my phone still. So I just want to say congratulations to Rose Cerda for being the winner of this week's Glama's All Crafts Show and Tell Project of the Week contest. She did a baby blanket for her soon-to-be granddaughter, and that actually won the contest. Everyone voted for her blanket. Y'all probably can't see it, but it's right here. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there's her blanket right there, her pink and white blanket. Let me see if I can find that brand that Lily mentioned. Oh my goodness, you guys. I almost made the hugest mistake ever. I had my days all mixed up. So Saturday night, just because my mind has been so messed up lately, I've got too many things happening, too many feelings going crazy inside of me. I got my days mixed up, and I was one click away from deleting the contest on Saturday night at 8 o'clock, thinking that it was Sunday night. And I was like, it said, are you sure you want to delete this? Cancel or delete? And I had my finger on delete because it's a touch screen. My laptop's a touch screen. And then I thought, I paused, which I'm so glad that I paused. I felt like something was wrong. I thought there aren't enough entries in here. Normally there's so many more entries and there's so many more votes on the winner's entries. And I thought, that's just strange. Let me think about this. Why does it feel like I'm doing something wrong? And I almost clicked delete, but then I thought, it's Saturday. And I clicked cancel right away. And I'm like, big old relief. I'm like, that would have been so awful, you know, for me to do that. But it ended up being the same winner anyway. The person that I would have said won Saturday night won anyway. So Rose was the winner either way. She was in the lead most of the weekend. Once or twice, some people caught up, but she was in the lead and she won. So anyway, I mentioned that because I just thought about that I almost made the hugest mistake ever. Everybody would have been so upset. Like, what? The contest is over? Well, I hope Lily gets on here so she can tell me what brand that is. Oh, you know what? I know, it's on the group page. She posted pictures of her knitting supplies, and then on the second picture she posted those interchangeable needles. That's where it's at. So y'all can go look there and look at the brand. She even mentions the brand. Is it called Knit Pro? All of a sudden I just got a visual. I'm a visual person, so all of a sudden I got a visual of her picture, and I thought the brand said Knit Pro. Okay, so people are talking to me. I better come catch up. Gina says, yep, first time. And then she says, but always watch all your videos. You are great. Oh, thank you. So you watch all the live events afterwards. So how are you able to be with us today? Are you off of work, or did you just wake up early to be able to get us live? I'm so glad that you were able to join us. Ann Glover is in here. I haven't seen you. I've only had you in one live event. That was way at the beginning when I first started doing them on Wake Up with Glama. So it's good to see you again. She says, hey, Glama, finally got to see my favorite crocheter live. Woohoo! I keep missing it. Yeah, I know. You keep commenting, saying I missed it again. So I'm glad you're here. Good morning. Cheryl says, Glama, are you going to paint the rest of your nails? LOL. Well, they are painted. They actually are painted. I have this one color, a nude color, and then I have this. You know how some people paint their ring finger nail? Well, back in the day, like in the 80s, people used to decorate their pinky finger rather than their ring finger. So I'm old school. I'm going with the pinky. But yeah, it looks like I don't have them all polished, but I actually do. These are in a nude color. And actually, I'm probably ready to start taking this off and let my nails breathe, and then maybe I'll do a white tip French manicure. Cheryl says, okay, I will go look later. Yeah, she posted a picture, I believe, yesterday. Courtney's in here. Hi, Courtney. She says, hey, Glama, did you have trouble holding the knitting needles at first? Oh, yes. Of course, I did. I first learned long time ago when I was a teenager, so I'm assuming I did have trouble. And then when I retaught myself, I already kind of knew how to hold them doing it English style. But now that I'm teaching myself continental style, I still feel really awkward holding them. So yeah, I'm trying to wait till I feel really comfortable holding them continental style before I make tutorials, but that might be forever before I feel comfortable. So I might just have to start even before I feel comfortable with them, because I'm getting a lot of requests for them already. So one thing I'm noticing, y'all are a lot like me. Crafters are good-hearted people, but impatient. And I understand that. I'm very impatient. So when I say that I'm going to do a tutorial on this, everyone's like, where's that tutorial? Where's that tutorial? Or if I post something beautiful on my group page that I just want to share because I find it very beautiful, I get inundated with a bunch of comments. When are you going to make this a tutorial, Glama? Hint, hint. But honestly, I can't make tutorials on them because it's not my pattern. So I'll probably never make tutorials on them. But yeah, that's one thing I do notice. Y'all are a lot like me, very impatient when it comes to patterns and tutorials and stuff. Let me see. Courtney, okay, I already saw that. Yes, so anyway, to answer your question, Courtney, yes, I still am struggling with holding the needles and the yarn, and my fingers, my hands, like right around here are still, and between the fingers are still cramping up. But you know what? I've been watching, a couple people have commented since I did the unboxing of the knitting kit. A couple of people said that they're German. Go and check out German style knitting. She says it's so much easier. Y'all are just making it more difficult. Americans are making it more difficult on themselves. And then she says, hee hee, you know, so she's just saying, go check out German style knitting. And I did. And I actually am purling German style, and I didn't even know that it was called German style, because as I was learning continental, the video I learned it from did it differently, but I thought that feels awkward for me. I'm going to try it like this. And that's how I've been doing it. And then when she said, go check out German style knitting, I thought, that's what I've been doing. So I kind of been doing it German style already, at least for the purling part of it. The knitting part of it, I noticed that some people pick up the back loop and do the knit stitch with it. And sometimes that same person will pick up the front loop and knit stitch with that. So yeah, I guess it's all preference, and yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, and someone else also told me to check out Russian style knitting, that's fairly easy too. So I'm going to go look that up as well. I think I did. And to me, it looked a lot like German style knitting. So I couldn't really find a difference with it. Okay, Gina says, I am a grandmother of 15 at 50, so I am busy without work. Yeah, I'll bet. So do you watch all your grandkids? Is that why you're busy? Ann Glover says, I see you and finally get to see you after weeks of missing it. Not been very well, but been crocheting my blanket. Oh, good. You haven't been doing very well? Physically, you've been sick, or like some of us, depressed, emotionally sick? Well, I hope it's not the latter. I hope it's just physical, something that's going to go away soon, like a cold or something. Cheryl says, do you think I should start out learning the English type? Well, I'm kind of torn about that answer. I learned English style when I was a teenager, and so that kind of gave me, it kind of helps you with holding the needles. But then you're going to have to reteach yourself continental if you ever want to switch. If you don't ever want to switch, then I think English style is easier. I've said that here in the last week or so, and I've had some people disagree with me, but my opinion is that I think English style is easier because it seems like you don't have to be as coordinated. So it was good that I learned that way. So I don't know. A part of me says yes, you should, but then a part of me says no if you ever plan on trying continental. If you plan on trying continental, maybe just go for it. Just get your brain working in the continental way, and that way, if you're going to struggle to learn English, because everyone struggles holding the two needles, if you're going to struggle with that, and then later on decide, now I want to try continental, you're going to struggle again to change your brain's way of thinking and your hands' way of doing things. I say, why struggle twice? Just go for what you think you want to knit. If you want to knit English style from now on, start with that. If you want to knit continental, start with that. That's what I think I would do. Lisa says, I would love for you to do a tutorial on barefoot sandals. They are so cute and yours are the cutest. Yeah, I get a lot of requests for those, and I haven't made a tutorial on them just because that's something that I'm kind of holding on to until I sell my patterns or until I make a pattern book. That's something that I don't want to just teach for free because those are very dear to me. Like the white top that my mannequin is always wearing. Everyone asks me for that free tutorial, but I think I'm going to hold on to that and be a little selfish with the barefoot sandals and that top, because those, I put so much love and time and thought into those. I put a lot of love and time into everything, but those are just creations that I'm just really, really proud of, and I want to hold on to and put on a book, in a crochet pattern book, or sell the pattern to that. I don't want to, you know, just like, I know this is not a good comparison possibly, but you know how when you see puppies on the side of the road, free puppies or free kittens, some people don't give things like that away for free. They'll at least charge $20 or $50 or something, because they know that if the person actually pays money for it, they'll appreciate it more, they'll take care of it more, they'll love it more. That's kind of, maybe that's not a good analogy, but it's just something I don't want to give away for free because they're so precious to me. I don't know if that makes sense, but I did make a DVD on a barefoot sandal that I sold for a while, and I have to retrieve that information from my other laptop and start selling that DVD again, possibly. Or maybe I'll make DVDs on my other barefoot sandals and sell those. Kay says, yeah, I can't wait. And on your tutorial, can you say you got from the book and you are going to help us do it? Huh? I didn't understand that. Yeah, I can't wait. And on your tutorial, can you say you got from the book and you're going to help us do it? I'm not sure what you're asking. I did understand the part where you can't wait for the tutorials. Yeah, I can't wait to do them either, but I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous to do the knitting tutorials because I'm not as comfortable with it yet. And at first, they're just going to be swatches. Oh, and I think it might have been Cheryl who asked me, am I going to teach, or somebody, if it wasn't you, Cheryl, I apologize. But I think someone said, are you going to make beginning tutorials on English style as well as continental style? And the answer is yes, I'm going to do both. I'm going to make them separate tutorials. So you know how I did the crochet series 1 through 6, learn to crochet. I did lessons 1 through 6. I think I'll do casting on, knitting, purling, and binding off. I think this will be a series of 4 lessons in continental style as well as in English style. Actually, I might not need to do the binding, might only be 2 in the English style or whichever, because the casting on, I do the same cast on for both. You can do a continental cast on, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather do it the simplest way possible. So the casting on, for me, I do it the same way, and the binding off, I do it the same way. It's just the knitting and purling that's different. Okay, where was I? Anne says, I've been learning a lot of stitches lately. Crocodile stitch. Ooh, I haven't tried the crocodile stitch yet. Vintage fan ripple stitch and the hexagon. Ooh, those sound really pretty. I don't know if you, I think you are a member of my Facebook group page. You should post pictures of your swatches of those stitches on there. I would love to see them. Linda Cleveland says, hi, Glama. Hi, Linda. Good morning and welcome. Kay says, I would buy 2 patterns for sure. Oh, yeah, probably your patterns for sure. Oh, good. Yeah, I just have to, oh my goodness. I know that it's just so hard to make time for everything. My days are jam-packed, and I keep saying that I need to write my patterns down and write them down, and I will, I promise, one day, because I know that everyone's waiting for written patterns and they're waiting for patterns to buy and stuff. So yeah, I'll do it as soon as I can. Kay also says, and it's like my beadwork. I don't give away my secrets. There you go. Exactly. And actually, I'm going to be giving them away if I end up selling the pattern. So yeah, I worry that someone is going to, on my tutorials, it's okay for you to follow my tutorials, and then what you make from my tutorials, from my patterns, that you sell the actual project, that's fine. I can't stop anyone from doing that. My fear is that someone is going to write my pattern down and try to sell my pattern as their own, and that's my fear. So I'm gonna really hold on to my most precious patterns you know, as close to me as possible until I can copyright them or something. So yeah, I know that those are things I shouldn't be worried about, but I am always finding my actual tutorials, even though it says, at the beginning it says, we love you, Glama, and then it says, hi, thank you for joining me here at Made with Love by Glama. Even though it says that at the beginning and at the end, you know, I tell everyone, don't forget that Glama loves you. People have stolen my actual tutorials and put it on their channel as if it's their tutorials, even though it's clearly my hands, my face on the videos. They're stealing my videos and making money off of my videos by monetizing them, by showing commercials on my videos on their channel. So when I started seeing that, I thought, oh no, I'm holding on to my most precious patterns, as I'm safeguarding them as closely as I can. I even started a brand new channel months ago that I had put 0 tutorials on, and that was the channel that I was going to put my barefoot sandals on and my white top on and a few other designs that I have that I haven't shown yet, because if I show them, everyone will say, hey, when's the tutorial coming? I was going to put them on there, and I think it's called Couture Designs by Glama, and couture meaning it's one of a kind. And I was going to make it a free tutorial. Well, I was going to make it a tutorial on there, but it was a paid channel where you have to pay once a month to even be able to view my videos on there. But people are very computer savvy, and they know how to get into things like that without paying. And I'm afraid they're going to steal my videos on that channel as well. And that's something that will probably crush me if that were to happen. It already crushes me every time I see my tutorials that I have on this channel, on their channel, and that they're making money off of it, probably more money than I'm making on mine. That crushes me, because it's like, that's my work. It even says my name on it. So yeah, I'm just really cautious. I'm really scared about people stealing my stuff, because I put so much love and time and thought into my patterns. So anyway, I don't even know why I said all that. Oh, because Kay says that she also holds on to her beadwork and doesn't tell her secrets. Yeah, so you understand. Let me see, where did I leave off? Courtney says, hey Glama, so here is a question off topic. Good. Just wondering, when you were raising your kids, were you a working mom or stay-at-home mom? I was a working mom most of the time. When I was married to their dad, I was able to stay at home, but I had to be a working mom when things didn't work out with that marriage. So yeah, I raised them pretty much by myself. They're 23 and 30, and I raised them pretty much alone. Yeah. And when I was a stay-at-home mom, I just loved it. I loved it. I spent so much time with them, so much quality time with them. I would get up and dance Barney songs with my daughter. She loved Barney, and I had all the songs memorized, and I had all the little dances that they would do on the show. Her and I would do together. And then with my son Daniel, same thing. I only got to I didn't get to be home with him as much either. I mean, yeah, just, it saddens my heart that I didn't get to see every little thing. Well, I at least was there for their first tooth, their first steps, their first words and everything. But then around 4 or 5 years old, I had to, you know, when they were 4 or 5 years old, I had to go to work. But yeah, and I used to work as customer service in, you know, in the administrative, you know, office areas, and I worked for a trucking company. I did the scheduling of pickups and stuff and deliveries. I worked at a garage door company. I worked for a, my first job ever in life was waitressing at the restaurant here in Castroville. It's called Sammy's. So I was 18 years old, and I was and college and waitressing all at the same time. It was right around the time when President Reagan was in office, and any kids that were receiving Social Security due to a parent's death or something, they had to be enrolled in college by a certain date, or we wouldn't receive our Social Security anymore. And I know that my mom needed that Social Security check that I was getting because my dad had died. And so although I was in high school, the high school allowed, there was like a handful of us, like maybe 5 or 6 of us that qualified because we were getting Social Security because of a death of a parent. So I remember, I even have a picture of us in that room when they were telling us, this is what's going on, and this is how it's going to affect you, and these are your choices. You can not go to college, and your checks will stop when you're at a certain age, or you can enroll in college, and it will continue until you're a certain age. And so I opted to go to college so that I could help my mom financially by her continuing to get that check. So I was going to high school full time, but all my classes were condensed into a certain amount of hours. By 12 o'clock, 12 or 12:30 noon time, all my 6 classes were taken there. They had to be shorter for me. I had to get all the work and write it all down, be sure that I wrote all the homework down, and learn as much as I could, you know, in a shorter, and half the time that the other part of the class had. And so I did that with all my 6 classes. And then the handful of us that were going to college, that decided to go to college, we would carpool and we would go to San Antonio Community College, and we'd go our separate ways, take our classes, and then we'd all meet back at the car, and we'd all come back to Castroville. And then from there, I had to hurry up and go home and change and throw on my waitressing uniform. And I would waitress from like maybe 5 o'clock till like midnight. And so I put myself through that. I had braces on, so I had to pay for my own braces and stuff, and pay for a lot of things. And so I did all that so that I could help my mom and my family. And so, yeah, where was I going with that? You asked me about being a stay-at-home mom. And yeah, so yeah, I've had to work most of my life. So that was my first job. And then after that, I applied at Albertsons. It's a grocery store that they used to have here. They no longer have Albertsons here. And then they hired me at Albertsons, but they said, you have to go take a lie detector test, a polygraph, because you'll be handling money. So even though I was already on the register for a few days, they still had that polygraph test scheduled for everyone that started. And so I went and took the test and passed it with flying colors. And then after I took the polygraph test, the owner of the company said, you did an excellent job, and I want to offer you a job here at my office. And I thought about it. It's more money, but it was further drive, therefore more gas money. But I thought, this will take me further of where I want to go than being a cashier at a grocery store. So all this is going, you know, I had to grow up pretty fast. I had to learn to reason pretty fast. So I took the polygraph job, and I did that for a couple of years. And then from there, I went to Washington after I had my son. Daniel was probably 1 year old, and I went to Washington State. And from that point on, I was up there for years and years and years. And that's where my next job was. Which one came first? The trucking company. It was called Action Express. I worked there for years and years. And then from there, one of the customers that I used to schedule pickups and deliveries for, he said, every time I call here, I just love your cheerful voice, your cheerful, helpful attitude. He said, I would love to offer you a job at my company. And I had to really think about it. And I said, well, I'm doing pretty good here. I've kind of worked my way up the ladder here. And he said, well, this is what I'll offer you, and this is the money I'll offer you. And I couldn't pass it up. It was way better than what I was doing there. So anyway, that's a long explanation, isn't it? That's more information than you actually needed or wanted. But that's something new about me that now you know, that y'all know, that you wouldn't have known otherwise. So that was a good question, Courtney. And Ascensión Carrero says, solo hablo español. Oh, I'm sorry. She says, I only speak Spanish. So hello, good morning. Buenos dias. And Eccentric Sister says, I was trying to say, can you say that this is from the Learn to Knit book, and I will show you or help you make this project? That way there will be no harm. No, I can't do. I know that some people do. Like, I've noticed that Yolanda Soto will sometimes say, this is a red heart pattern, and she'll show the picture of it, and she'll make it. So I'm confused. I actually don't know, Kay. I've often thought that maybe that would be okay as long as you're giving credit of the pattern to the person that created the pattern. So to me, I don't think I would care as long as they gave me the credit that I'm the one that made the pattern. But as it stands, I don't know if that's legal or not. However, I do see other people doing that. I see Bob Wilson 123 do it, but I have noticed that in her videos, she does say that she was given permission. I haven't noticed that Yolanda Soto says that. She just says this pattern comes from the Red Heart number so-and-so pattern, and then she'll make it and post it, and it's monetized. So I don't know if that's legal or not. I keep trying to find out. I keep trying to type in searches to find out, because I know that y'all are always asking me, can you make this? I've been trying to make this pattern. I'm stuck. I would love for you to do an actual tutorial on it because you explain it well. But I don't know. I still have to figure all that out in between all the other stuff that I have going on. So possibly, but I don't know. And I'm not going to chance it and have my channel deleted. So I don't want to take that risk with 69,000 people, you know, waiting every week for a new tutorial from me. I don't want to take the risk and have my channel shut down. Lori says, good morning. Good morning. And Wild Cobra 888 says, good morning all. So Wild Cobra is Roman, and Lori, good morning. And Glover says, been having stomach bugs, etc. And it's not pretty. Oh, that's too bad. So you probably have nauseousness and lightheadedness and probably diarrhea. Yeah, that's not fun. And you need to stay hydrated, right? Yeah, or you'll get really unhealthy really fast. Let me see, it's 10:49, so I'm going to start winding down, and just have to let you know I've enjoyed this, and it's been really nice to, my coffee's cold now. It's been, no, that's okay, babe. Adam asked me if he wanted me to, if I wanted him to nuke it for me, but I'm already going to get off camera here soon. It's been nice to not think about all the stuff going on. Yeah. I so badly want to talk to y'all about it, but I don't want this channel to be a downer. So I won't. I want to keep it all uppity and positive and encourage one another. And I've got people, like I've got my husband I can lean on and talk to, and he's feeling kind of the same way that I am, but you know, we're working through it. So yeah, there's no more comments. Maybe I should refresh and see what happens. I'll either lose y'all or I'll get new comments. Nope, there's no new comments. Alrighty, so it's 10:50. Let me see. What are my plans for today? Oh, I'm making a, my son saw the Ninja Turtle hat that I made this past weekend. He saw the orange one, and he's 30 years old. He tried it on, and it fit him, even though that was for like a size 7-year-old to like a petite adult. It actually fit him too. So, hey, yarn stretches, right? So he says, Mom, I want one. I want the blue Ninja Turtle guy, Leonardo. He's the leader of the pack. So I'm in the middle. I've already got the green part made, and I didn't have the color blue that he wanted. So yesterday I went to Walmart and got the blue that he wanted. So I'll be finishing the mask part, the bandana part of that today. Oh, and I'm also making the, you know, the puppy dog amigurumi. It's amigurumi, but I guess in Japanese it's amigurumi. Little dog that I showed a picture of, the little white dog that my Glama girl Cassidy had. I had her in a picture with it. Excuse me. I made that one, and my other Glama girl, the oldest one, Danielle, wanted a black dog with a red collar. I said, "Are you sure, babe? It's going to have black eyes and you're not going to be able to see the eyes." I said, "What I can do is I can put like little brown patches, because you know how our eyes are either brown or blue and then it's black in the middle." I said, "I can do like brown or blue and then the black." She goes, "No, no, I just want the black." I think she's trying to make it look like our, like their old dog that their dad had since he was 12. And he had that dog for like 18 years or so, and it died about 2 years ago. So I think she's wanting it to look like Sadie. So Sadie was all black and she always had a red collar on. So I think she's wanting it to look like that. So let me just get off camera here just for a second. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I wanted to show you that with the white one that I made, it came out tiny. It came out about this size, and the head was about this size. Well, look at the head on this one, because I used a finer yarn with the one that I made for Cassidy. It was like a baby weight yarn that I used for Cassidy, so it came out, it's just a thinner ply. And this one is Red Heart Super Saver Black, and look at how big the dog is going to come out. Here's the snout. Here's one of the ears. Let me see. So here's the head, and this is what the ear will look like. And I made the body last night. So here's the body. It's going to be a pretty big dog. And here's the front legs right here. Here's one of the front legs. So yeah, I'm going to be working on, I'm probably going to finish this first, then I'll finish Daniel's Ninja Turtle hat. So that's what I'll be doing today and probably tomorrow. I just saw myself leave. Sorry for the dead air or dead viewing space there. So yeah, I'll be doing that. And other than that, today's Monday. Don't really have any plans. Maybe what I'll do is I'll go on Wake Up with Glama periodically on days where I'm feeling okay, and I'll go on and make a little live event on there. Not an actual Q&A live event, but just get on camera as a live event without taking comments, and just let y'all know what I'm doing. If anything exciting ends up happening, I'll get on camera and let y'all know. But anyway, let me read the rest of these and then I'll say goodbye. Yeah, Kay, maybe you can do that. I just read her comment. It says, "I have some legal background, legal aid. Maybe I can find something. Hubby is a lawyer." That would be awesome if you could find out. Because I know that some patterns say copyright down on the bottom. So I don't know if I were to say this pattern is by and show the name, because I do have one video on my channel, you know, the baby cardigan and the baby beanie. That was actually from a pattern book, and so I've never done it again because I had someone say, "Now isn't that a copyright infringement?" But I made sure, just my own reasoning, I thought if I show, and I showed it right up to the camera, I showed the book that it came from, the cover, I showed the pattern, I showed the designer's name. I thought, I'm giving her credit. I think that would be okay. But I don't know. I was scared to try it again. After I got a comment about it, I thought, ooh, I'm not doing that again. I'm not going to risk shutting my channel down. So I would love that, Kay, if you would do that for me. Ask the hubby, or if you can do some research. I've got way too much going on in my personal life and in my business life to even figure it all out. And even if I were to find it, would I even understand all the legal jargon in there? Okay, now I have someone new in here. It says Ilda Lima, and I don't know what language that is. Bom dia de Portugal, BJS. It sounds like she's saying good morning from Portugal. I don't know Portugal, but it just from the words bom, B-O-M, bom dia de Portugal. So it sounds like she's saying good morning from Portugal. So good morning. Cheryl Smith says, sending hugs. You know you can talk to me anytime you let us vent to you. Yes, and I love hearing from you guys, and I love hearing anything going on in y'all's life. For one thing, I love being able to help you, but I also love not having to think about my own stuff. So helping y'all helps me. Not it's okay to, I just don't want to, not focus isn't the word. I just don't want to be just so focused on my problems that I just curl up in a ball like I did at one point in my life. I don't want to do that again. So I try to, I don't know, I try to just keep things light. Okay, so thank you for the hugs, Cheryl. I appreciate it. And Lisa says, prayers for a better week. Think happy thoughts. Peter Pan did, and he could fly. Bye till next week. Bye, Lisa. And Flap Droll Broodgy says, cute. What's cute? Oh, the doggy, the little dog that I'm making, the amigurumi. If I was to enunciate it for English, it's I think everyone else says amigurumi, but I know that it's a Japanese word, so I know that in Japanese it would probably be pronounced amigurumi. Ann Glover says, we'll post them. I've been learning those while I wait for my nighttime medication to kick in. Takes a while, plus then I crochet. When I crochet, it sometimes helps me get tired. Yeah, that and watching, I crochet and watch HGTV, Home Garden TV. That all day long, usually if the TV's on, that's what's on. It's I love HGTV. I love seeing interior designs, exterior designs. I love fashion design. I love anything creative. So that's just like my #1 channel, HGTV. I wouldn't mind hosting a show on HGTV, but about crafts, because it is home and garden stuff. So I could host a crafting show, and then y'all could tune in every day to that. But the only reason I might not want to host a show ever on some TV network is because I wouldn't want to leave Texas and leave my Glama girls. Okay, so anyway, I'm getting way off subject. Plat Droll Broodgy says, I'm making your easy sweater. Ooh, good. What color is it in and how's it going? Are you understanding the pattern okay? Oh, and also I wanted to say this, to not to y'all necessarily, but to all the 69,000 viewers that usually go to my channel and try to do my patterns and stuff. I think I've said this once before, that I usually answer all the comments on my new videos, like within the first 2, I answer all the comments for the first couple of weeks, and then I'm busy answering comments for the next tutorial for the next couple of weeks. So I don't always answer all the comments from like a video that I made 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. And so a lot of times I'm seeing that they're having problems with it, with the pattern, or they'll ask questions that if they just watched the video, they would have the answer. But I think a lot of people ask the question before they even watch the video. But what I was going to say, what my point is that any of y'all who watch this live event back and you're having a problem with your project that I have a tutorial on, this is where you can come and join us in this live event and say, hey, Glama, I'm having problem with this stitch in this pattern of yours. I would love to answer the question here rather than answering hundreds and hundreds and typing hundreds and hundreds of comments on the same question that people have on specific videos. I hope I'm feel like I'm not articulating my thought well enough, but I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. This would be a perfect time, because this is a live Q&A event. This is the perfect place for y'all to ask me any questions about anything. If it's personal, I'll choose whether or not to answer it or not, if it's too personal. If it's crochet, I'll definitely answer it if I can, if I have the answer. If it's about my project, I'll definitely do my best to explain it better. Although a lot of times, the way I've already explained it in the tutorial, I've explained it as simply as I possibly can. Because I usually put a lot of thought into the tutorials before I actually make them and upload them, thinking, is this going to be understandable to everyone? So a lot of times, all I can possibly sometimes do is just reiterate what I've already said in the tutorial, or I could possibly show you, I could get some yarn and get some needles or hooks and actually show you what maybe I think you might be doing wrong. Like a lot of times people are saying that their projects are varying this way. And on most of my tutorials, I always say, now be sure to go into the chain 2 or the chain 3 as your very last stitch. Because if not, when you turn your work around, it's going to start going that way. And if you do the same thing on this end, it's going to start doing it on this end. So you're going to end up with a pyramid. So yeah, this is the perfect place for y'all to come and ask me crochet questions about my patterns or designs or just in general. So that's enough about that. That was more explanation than I intended. Couldn't get my thoughts out. Okay, Rhonda says, this is my first time tuning into your live event, but I have enjoyed your tutorials. Thank you so very much for being so caring and sharing your talents with others. You have given me some great tips. Awesome. Yeah, I think I remember your picture. I remember your thumbnail picture. It's so good to see you in here. And I am already ready to say goodbye, though. So at least you got to say hello, and I got to say hello to you and meet you. But it's 11:03, and so my live event is from 10 to 11, so I'm going to say goodbye now. Wait, Rhonda just said one more thing. On various projects that I have tweaked for my personal style. Cool, I love that. That's another reason I keep my projects very simple, because that allows y'all's creative juices to flow, and you can add whatever flair that you want to my basic pattern. So I love that y'all do that. And I would love to see y'all's versions of my projects on my Facebook group page. So I would love to see pictures of that on there, or on my community page group. All the links to those places are on the bottom of most of my videos. Oh, and Cheryl, you had said that you couldn't find my donate button. I said it's a blue donate button. You know what? It doesn't say donate. That's why you couldn't find it. It's on the right-hand side, and it actually is a blue button, and it says, it has a heart, a white heart, and it says support in white letters. So that's my support button for anyone that wants to, you know, support the channel. And on top of that is a little sentence that says, help me keep my tutorials free. And then it's the support button. So anyone that wants to click on that and, you know, give a dime, give a penny, give whatever, to help keep this channel free so that I don't have to eventually turn it into a paid channel, that would be awesome. Or you can just watch the commercials at the beginning of the video. That too would be awesome. All right, guys, I am going to say goodbye, and I've totally enjoyed my time here, and I've enjoyed y'all. I've enjoyed conversing with you guys, and I know you're going to watch this back, Lily and Kim and all the regulars that are usually in here, Rose and Patricia. Who else is usually regularly in here almost every day? I know I'm missing someone. Gracie, she's in here all the time. So for all of y'all, I know you're going to watch it back later. Sorry, I missed you, and I'll have to talk to you on Monday, hopefully. All right, guys, I love you so much. Mwah. Don't forget that Glama loves you, and don't forget to love yourselves and each other as much as I love you. Bye. Mwah.